Well, Ubisoft has given us some more information about the upcoming Assassin's Creed game called the Assassin's Creed Infinity, which seems to be a live service game that just got announced a couple days ago, and I also covered that on an entirely different video. If you guys haven't checked that one out, make sure to do it. I'll leave the link down below in the description. And by the way, we have some new information that has just arrived, and it seems like Assassin's Creed Infinity is an entirely different project, something that none of us have ever expected. Now, as we already know, Infinity is going to be a live service game, which means that this game could either end up being an open world online Assassin's Creed game, pretty much like Red Dead Online, GTA Online, and plenty of other games, where you constantly keep getting updates, even though Red Dead Online is pretty dead at the moment, but still it's kind of the game I'm talking about. Whereas comparing it more to a GTA Online style, that's the kind of updates that Assassin's Creed Infinity is pretty much going to be receiving this time. Now, a latest report came from Jason Schreier, who has basically given us so much more leaks and information on the previous Assassin's Creed leaks so far, and now he is once again back with Assassin's Creed Infinity. And according to Jason Schreier, it seems like the details on Assassin's Creed Infinity are still in flux, which means that we still don't have a sustainable information as of now yet. And according to what Jason Schreier says here, it seems like the game is not going to be out anytime soon, until 2024 or even later. This game could even be releasing in 2025 or 2026 or even 27, who knows. But I honestly doubt that Ubisoft is gonna take so long, because they obviously love to make money as soon as possible. So 2025 or 6, it's just not very applicable when it comes to Ubisoft games, because they always love to release multiple games every single year. Now, Jason Schreier here says that Assassin's Creed Infinity could end up being some sort of a hub that basically allows all the players to play multiple Assassin's Creed games, both the big ones as well as the small ones, all combined together as one game, where us as players will be able to choose whichever era you want to be jumping into. And you basically have to buy these different season pass in order to jump into all of these different eras. And the best example for this is the already existing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because Valhalla is already a live service game, and it's also a single player, which means that there's also very high likely chances that Infinity could also end up being a single player game. But then when Ubisoft specified that this game is going to be a live service game, this also means that majority of live service games that are out there on the internet are mostly the online multiplayer game. So that is the one big reason why I've been saying that Assassin's Creed could finally end up becoming those open world multiplayer games for the very first time. So taking Assassin's Creed Valhalla for an example, and one of the first biggest DLC expansion just came out, which is Wrath of the Druids, and Ubisoft has also promised that they're going to be releasing another big expansion, which is Siege of Paris. And these are basically expansions that introduce a whole new map, a new location, a new storyline for your character to travel around and experience as part of the season pass, which players will of course have to buy, excluding from the standard price of the game. But the difference between the live service Assassin's Creed Infinity and Valhalla is that in Valhalla, the DLC and expansions are only going to be revolved around one particular timeline and one particular era, and you're only going to be able to play as the same protagonist. But then when it comes to Assassin's Creed Infinity, it seems like the entire game is pretty much going to be changed. So let's say, for example, you're going to be playing the entire storyline with Ezio in Rome, and there's an entirely different story as well as different map locations going on, different era, and then Ubisoft decides to release a whole new season, a new season pass, where you'll basically have to buy the season pass inside Assassin's Creed Infinity, which will then unlock a whole new protagonist, a whole new era, and also a whole new storyline, which is pretty much like having this one hub which consists of different timelines and different Assassin's Creed games. I know it is kind of bizarre because we have never seen something like this before with Ubisoft games, but then it is finally happening, lads. It is going to be RPG title, and this is how Ubisoft is making more money. So more money means this is the path that Ubisoft is going to be following, whether we like it or not, of course, because I've been seeing a ton of comments where people and fans, they're not really happy with how Assassin's Creed Infinity was announced and what Ubisoft is basically planning to do with the future of the Assassin's Creed title. Now, Jason Schreier on his tweet has also mentioned that Ubisoft may also decide to give up on this project entirely after the next 3 years as well, which means that Assassin's Creed Infinity could also not end up being released at all. Now, of course, all of these report is coming from Jason Schreier, the reporter from Bloomberg itself, which means that this is not, of course, official information. None of this is confirmed by Ubisoft themselves, so just take all of this information to a grain of salt as always, and I will of course keep you guys updated with every single information that we get regarding Assassin's Creed Infinity, as well as all the upcoming open world games, because that is what I cover on this channel every single day for you guys. And like you guys already know, I love to keep all of my videos as short as possible without really having to drag my videos all the way to 10 minutes long for those juicy ad revenues. So if you guys could just support these short and on to the point videos without having to waste your time, then please make sure to go ahead, show your support to these content by simply just dropping a like. I would really appreciate all the support that you guys show to us content creators, because this actually does motivate me in making more content for you guys every single day. And also, if you guys want to see more videos on Assassin's Creed and all the upcoming open world games, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on. And the most important step of all, make sure that you guys are setting the notification settings to all, because if you don't do that, then the broadcast YouTube platform, they have some issues where they don't send you guys the notifications of my daily videos, even if you have subscribed, unless or until you have turned the notifications and set it to all notifications. And that is how you will know every time I upload a video every single day. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.